Welcome everyone. Today we will dive into the regression analysis, a key technique in statistics and machine learning. Regression is all about understanding relationship between variable and using those relationship to make prediction. By end of the session, you will see how it is applied in fields like business, healthcare and beyond. Okay. What is regression? Regression is analysis essentially a method to estimate the relationship between a dependent variable, something we want to predict, and one or more independent variable, which is nothing but the factor that might influence it. Its main purpose is twofold. First one is to predict outcome, and second one is to understand how changes in one factor impact the outcome. At its heart, regression tries to find the best fit line or curve that explains the data while maximizing error. Okay, next we will see what are the type of regression. There are many flavors of regression available. First one is linear regression, is the most basic model a straight line relationship, and second one is logistic regression, is used when the outcome is categorical like yes or no or success or failure, and third one is polynomial regression, allows us to model curve relationship using polynomials, and fourth one is rigid or lasso regression, or special technique that prevents overfitting, where a model becomes too tailored or trained to data and falls on new data. Okay, next we will see about the application of regression. Where is regression useful? Practically, regression is useful everywhere. In predictive analysis, it helps forecast sales, stock prices or economical trends. In risk assessment, it is used for credit scoring, insurance claim, or even predicting disease progression. And in optimization, it guides strategies like setting price or allocating resources effectively. Okay, next we will see about simple versus multiple regression. Regression can be simple or complex. Simple regression uses one independent variable to explain one dependent variable, perfect for clear, direct and relationship. And multiple regression involves two or more factors together, which is usually the case in real world scenario where outcomes are influenced by many variables. And next we will see about interpreting regression result. Okay, when we run a regression model, we get several key outputs. First one is R square, tells it how much of the variation in the outcome or our model explains, and next is p valued, which shows factor or statistically significant, and next one is coefficient, indicates how strongly and in what direction variable influence the outcome, and residuals, the gap between predicted and actual value. It helps us to see whether the model assumption holds the true value. And next we will see about regression in business. In business, regression plays a huge role, forecasting sales by linking them with marketing spend and seasonal effect, estimating customer lifeline value, optimizing pricing strategies, and measuring marketing efficiency. Especially, it provides data driven insights that helps leaders make smarter decisions. And next we will see about regression in healthcare. Healthcare also leverages regression powerfully, predicting disease onset and progression, evaluating drug effectiveness, forecasting hospital resource needs, and identifying risk factors that contributes to certain conditions, and ultimately it supports better patient outcome. Okay, next we will see about steps in setting up a regression problem. Okay, to actually run a regression analysis, here is the typical workflow. First one is define your question. What are you trying to predict? Okay, clearly state what you want to predict and what variables you have. And next one, you have to collect and clean the data, gather relevant data and ensure it is accurate and processed. Okay, and next one is select the most relevant variable, choose the most relevant independent variable for your model, and fourth one is choose right regression model. Model selection is the most important process Choose the appropriate regression type, whether it may be linear or logistic, etc. And fifth one is it train it on your data and evaluate how well it performs. Okay, fit the model to your data and assess its performance. Okay, this process ensures your analysis is structured and meaningful. Okay, to wrap up, regression is versatile and powerful tool. Whether it is simple or complex, it helps us understand a relationship, makes prediction. The real power lies in interpreting the result correctly and applying them to the real world decision. For your next step, I encourage you to practice hands-on with real data set, and once you are comfortable, explore advanced model like time series regression or non-linear model. Thank you.